This is Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. Here it is Monday, and I think there's a lot of things to think about, and I wound up thinking about a whole bunch of things this weekend because I'm seeing things happening and I don't like them, right? But really, I can't do much about it. So I start thinking about how is it what I do can have an effect on what's going on, and I think this is what I can do, because this is what I have. We can kind of replace some of the negative stuff that you see, and a lot of it's pretty bad, I think, with positive. And yeah, if you want to suit up and go and fight with the cops and stuff, go ahead. But I don't think I want to do that, and I think I'm going to do this instead. So what I have going here, if you guys don't know, is I've got an 80-acre homestead, and I've got a group of kids that work with me, my children, and my wife works with me, and we make all kinds of really cool discoveries along the way. And we've created this Anyone Can Farm tribe, which is a group of people that feel the same way about farming and, you know, self-sufficiency and all that good stuff. And to make matters better, we've been getting together 5 nights a week. It started 1 night a week, but lately we've been, I think for 2 months, we've been 5 nights a week for, it's supposed to be an hour, but it winds up usually going like an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. At 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the Baker's Green Acres YouTube channel, right? So we've kind of reserved that hour, and we have a pretty dedicated group of people that show up. And I had a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday about that whole thing and what that's about. And people want to belong, you know, they want to belong to something. And what I'm doing here, it's sort of been a metamorphosis. Started out, we were going to be commercial farmers and live the life and everything, but then we kind of came back around to where our passion was, and that's a nice environment to live, a diversified group of things, processes that we do that are all kind of farm related, food related, you know, process related, homestead related, sustainable related, prepper related, all stuff like that. It all kind of comes into the same thing. And that's where right now, I mean, that's where our friends are. I mean, those are the people that we want to hang out with too, you know. So the 5 night a week thing, I've been thinking about that, and I've been thinking, okay, well, how do I deliver a better product to the people that come there? But it's nobody pays unless somebody does a super chat, and then we use that for advertising. We use that for expanding the footprint and things like that. And some people have been really good about that, you know, $5-10 here and there, and it's been really nice because we throw that back at YouTube and Facebook, and then they open the gates for us to reach more people. But anyway, what I'm thinking about doing this week, actually I've made the decision I'm actually going to do this, is, and this is not forever, but this is what this is going to look like this week. And if it works out, then great, that's what we'll do. And I'm sorry if I'm not reading the comments here. I'm just communicating a message, and then hopefully you can come and meet with us tonight at 8 o'clock on the Baker's Green Acres YouTube channel. And then that's when I have somebody sitting there that can read those comments and interact, and even get questions to me that I can help answer, or Jill can answer them because she's pretty smart about stuff too. I just happened to catch one. Where is Baker's Green Acres? We're in northern lower Michigan. We're not in the UP. We're 2 miles from the bridge, or two hours from the bridge. I'm sorry. So listen, this is what I'm going to do. We just came out and did something, and I thought after it was over and people had to go about the things that they had to do, You know, Jill had something to do, Rachel had something to do. Boys have school. Of course, they have some chickens to pick up first. You might see them in the background here. But we had a task to do. And I'm going to share with you what the task was. But whenever I lay out a task, I like to hit a lot of things. I like to kill, you know, many birds with one stone if I can. And what that's called in the farming world is vertical integration. All right, so you may raise chickens, and you may process those chickens, and you may deliver those chickens. You may even have a restaurant where you cook your own chickens and feed it to people who are customers. So you're adding value along the way, and you know, you're increasing your input. And if it's a money-making operation, you also, you know, your return is better. And we preach that a lot. And I've learned a lot of those things from some of the great homesteaders that have come before me. When I watch what they do, they don't actually put it into words, but with my military background, I can put it into the words that I understand. All right, so vertical integration, that's not exactly a military term. I've heard that in farm circles, but I want to talk about this week, I want to talk about all the processes that we do and as homesteaders, and how if you marry them up with another process, your effort can be half and your output could be double. Okay, makes sense, right? It's sort of like companion planting of animals, a companion planting of plants, right? Or companion animals, all right? That happens too, and we can go through some of that. So I want to develop that, and we have 5 days this week to do that. And if I start thinking along those lines, I'll be able to share videos with you all of how we've done it. And it wasn't like we read a book, understood the process, and then just did it. It took time. We've been here for 16 years. This is our 16th summer. And, you know, things become clear as time goes by. And it's not exactly clear when you begin. So I feel like this thing that we're doing is of value because the few books that were available at the time I started, anyway, available to me. Maybe there was more out there, I just didn't know. But the information that I gleaned from them, I've used a lot and developed. And I think it's time to pass that on. And when we come into that forum, it's called the Anyone Can Farm Homestead Chat. You got to call everything something. People load stuff in, you know. People are bringing different ideas to the table, and it's like, I never thought of that. And all of a sudden, that fits into something that you're doing, and you would have never thought of it. So it's important to do this. I mean, I guess in the old days, they would have the coffee shop downtown where they'd go and talk. We don't really have that now, but we have the internet, and the internet is really a lot better, you know, because I don't have to take a shower before I sit down. Or I can drink what I want while I'm sitting down, or not drink at all, or whatever. I mean, you can be pretty informal. So this week, the subject is going to be homestead process integration. All right, it's not necessarily how-to. It's going to be a discussion. I'm going to show you what I've done on certain things, and we can take all the processes and talk about several of them every night, and then say, well, what fits in with this? You know, do I want to do this on Monday and this on Friday, or could I do both of them on Monday? And, you know, I use the same tools for that job. It's in the same location. Those animals, you know, benefit from each other's company. You know, there's all kinds of things that you can consider and that actually work together. Okay. But all of a sudden, I'm very inspired this morning. And I got to be honest with you, I got up this morning and I seen the riots in Lansing, and I see people breaking windows and just tearing stuff apart. And I'm thinking, man, you guys could be you guys could be doing something else that you would enjoy a whole lot more. I don't think anybody got up this morning and said, "Did you see that window that I smashed? Wasn't that great?" I think everybody's going to feel like, "Boy, that wasn't so good." It's a tragedy and it's sad, and I'm not going to comment on it any more than that. It's just that we need to do something else. We need to offset that negative with some positive, and I've got a lot of positive to share, so I want to do that, and that's going to be my way of doing it. Folks have asked me to go with them to arm up and go places, and that's not me. That's not me anymore. I'm just not gonna. That's not what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing right now. I feel strongly about sharing this information, and so that's what I'm going to do until further notice. If there's, all of a sudden I come to you, I'm all geeked out with, armed up and stuff, then it'll be a different story. But I don't think that's the thing to do right now. I think home security is a good idea, and I think personal awareness is a very good idea. But I also think food security is a big deal too. And so that's what this falls into, that category. So let's do this. All right. Anyone can farm. Stand by for the next video.